Hello, welcome, welcome. So today we're making up something. We're making up a top. I'm going to have to take you guys step by steps. How you can just. I hope the light is not too much. It's perfect. Okay, guys. So make us something today. Okay. Welcome everyone. Yeah, nesting welcome. Hi, just coming in. Yeah, I'm just starting. I haven't started anything yet, so I just placed up that part up. Nesting, where are you watching from? So I'm guessing that this part is not straight. I also have to try my best to record the video, so we should be able to just. I know I should have used. We are about 3 of us, so I will appreciate if you can give some gifts, be my top fans, join the member. So guys, we are creating up this pattern. It's a very easy one and easy to go. If this is something you've been wanting to create, I'm going to put the thumbnail later on because I cannot do it now. Alright, so when you are creating up a pattern like this, normally we always start with the basic pattern. Alright, so I'm going to have to take the shoulder measurement divided by 2, which mine is 14, divided by 2 is going to give me 7. And we mark that up. I'm going to slant it down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope because our shoulder is not straight. Now, I'm going to move now to the armhole depth. I'll be using 6.5 inch. After that, I'm going to mark the neck depth and the neck width of 3 by 3 inch. To get this, divide around your neck round your neck by 6, then you round your neck by 6, then whenever you have, you just go ahead and mark that up, because some people normally say you should use 3 by 3 inch, but 3 by 3 inch may not really work for you. All right, so I'm going to have to go ahead and connect this part up like this. Remember, we are starting up with our basic pattern. Then I'm going to connect my shoulder slope from here to this part up like this, all the way to this point. Now I'm going to have to connect my the armhole depth line, following up a straight line from this part, just like this. Now that I am done doing so, I'm going to draw a straight line like this, making it the chest line. After that, what I'm going to do is to measure up whatever I have from this point to this point and divide it by 2, which is 6.5 divided by 2 is going to give me 3.025. I'm going to come in by 3/4 inch. You can do 1 inch, it's good to go. I'll come on the chest line, I'll put 1/4 of the round bust measurement. Round bust is 34 divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5. I'll connect this point from here to here and from here to here. Right. Like this. Up. Okay. Give it up. All the way to here. Once I am done doing so, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark from the waist, from the shoulder to the bust point line. My bust point is 10 inch. From the shoulder to the under bust, from the shoulder to the waist, because this top is going to end on the waist. Seems like our pattern is going to be smaller because we need to give it that shape at the front. Anyway, I'm going to use whatever I have here. Okay. So I have 16 inch right there, which is what I'm going to use. I am going to go ahead and draw these points up with a straight line. Connect it up with a straight line, just from here to here. I'm going to do the same thing here, from here to here. I'm going to come here and also do the same thing, making sure those lines are as straight as possible from here to here. Now, once I'm done doing so, the next thing I'm going to do is so let me quickly go ahead and add this up because I'm going to be needing and add this up because we are going to be needing that up later on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and extend this part up here like this. I will have to use up my gum, my paper gum, even though this thing is kind of a cartoon, but let's just go ahead and use that part up. So, but this is what I'm going to do. The gum is getting stronger. No, because this is a paper. So as you can see, the paper I'm using is quite very short. So I just want to extend it up so that we should not have to join it up. So I'm going to have to just glue this up like this because the pattern, okay. We have that up. My pattern is much longer now. Oh, but oh, I thought I was recording. What happened exactly? Oh my God. Let me see what happened. I wasn't even recording. I thought I was recording from the beginning. Anyway, so we just have to go ahead and start from here. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to have to re-explain everything because I thought I was recording. I did not record it. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so what I did, I have to mark the neck depth and the neck width. Okay, first thing, take shoulder measurement. Anyway, we just have to start from this point, right? Because I'm not going to have to do everything from the beginning. Here I have the basic pattern. I have from the shoulder to the chest line, from the shoulder to the bust point, from the shoulder to the under bust, from the shoulder to the waistline. I'm going to mark up my nipple to nipple divided by 2. My nipple to nipple is 8 divided by 2. It's going to give me 7. Later. It's going to give me 4. Sorry about that. Yeah, 4. I'm going to come here, do a straight line all the way to the chest line. Now, take note, at this point, I think I did this, I didn't do this right. We normally have this, looking at the pattern we're working on. So this part we're not going to have to mark for. So the pattern we are working on, it is not really straight like this, okay? The nipple to nipple is not really straight like this. So we're going to start here. We mark 4 here. And then at this point, what we're going to do is to mark 2 in. So we just have, let's just mark 2.5 in. So that is how we're going to do it. You let us see the pattern I'm referring to. So I'm going to have to connect this up like this. You see? Okay. Now, once I am done doing so, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just have to mark 1/2 inch here and 1/2 inch here. It's good to go. Now, after marking up that 1/2 inch, you can as well do the same thing here. Let's mark 1/2 inch here. It's not as well. Do the same thing, 1/2 inch here. Okay, so at this point, go down by, you can do 3/4 inch. I always like to do from the bust point line, I always like to do 3/4 inch. You can do up to 1 inch, okay? So I'm going to have to connect this part up like this. You want to give it a curve, a little bit of curve. We're just going to slice a curve from here to here, and we'll do this other part. You'll see the pattern later on, right? You see what I'm referring to. So, like this. Then you can as well, you can do at least maybe 1 inch here, but I prefer mine to just be like the 1/2 inch. Like this, 1/2 inch. Or you can do 1/2 inch here and 3/4 inch at the other side, right? So, okay. Now I'm going to do 1/2 inch here. I'll do 3/4 inch at the other side. So, or even 1 inch. No, 3/4 inch is good to go. So from the center line, I'm taking 3/4 inch instead of 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. Then here I'm going to add that 0.25 from here, 3/4 inch. Just follow up what I'm making here, right? 3/4 inch. Then I just have to go ahead and reconnect these points up like this. Okay. Now that I am done doing so, the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead from this point. I'm going to bring it up by, depending on how many cleavage you want to show. This pattern is, you can see. So what I have there is about 7 inch, making it that I'm from this part, I'm going to go up here by 3 inch. Or let's say 3 inch. By 2.5 inch, not even 3 inch, 2.5 inch. No, it's 2 up. We're going to do 2 inch. This 2 inch will connect it up with a straight line up, like here, from here like this. Just a straight line. Now I'm going to roll this line up like this with a straight point. See what I've just done there, right? Now, what I'm going to do from this point, I'm going to come here, I will do 3/4 inch. Okay? From the bust point line, you can go up by 1/2 inch just to create ease around there. All right, you can leave it up like that. So this is what I'm going to do, just to go ahead and create. When you are actually connecting this part, you make sure that it is not too curvy. You don't want to have anything looking funny by the time you want to join it up. Make sure it's curvy. You can see the curvy part is up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to come here like this and place it up like this, depending on how deep you want this part to be. You can make it more deep. So this is my chest line. You can even come here like this and do something like this, but I'm going to bring it up to the chest line. You see? Now, what I'm going to do at this point, we want to connect a line from here. So what simply we're going to do is, sorry about that, okay? So what we're going to do is to work from this part. So what we're going to do is to connect from here all the way to this point. And to be able to connect here like this, what I'm going to do is just to mark up. I can come up here by at least 1 inch. This is 1 inch that I've come up 1 inch. Then this is what we're going to do. From this part up, here like this all the way to that you see what I've just done? Now we can go ahead and adjust this dart up here because we want it to be able to fit up. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to mark 1/2 inch, or you can do 3/4 inch. Remember here we took 3/4 inch, but this stop, do 1/2 inch here. So we just have to go ahead and blend it up to meet up this part, so that at least it's going to be fitted. You don't want to have anything that, you don't want to make something that is not going to fit you. It's going to be fitted. So we've just connected this line up. From here, you can either do so, connect it up from here like this. All right, I use the curvy part because I want this part here to be more curvy. Remember, when you're using it, don't make it too curvy. You see what I've just done there, right? Now, after doing so, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put up my measurement. I have to come here like this and put up 1/4 of my waist. We have to replace back that allowance. We took a 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch at the side, making it 1.025. At the under bust, you make sure you put the same thing. This 7 inch, okay? That's the round waist divided by 4. I'm using my round waist on my the waistline as well on my under bust. Round waist divided by 4 is, round waist is 28 divided by 4 is going to give me 7 inch. I will mark and I will place back this start allowance. So here on the chest line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1/4 of the bust measurement, which we already did. Just measure up whatever we have. This tiny dart here, which is about 1/2 inch. I'm going to this back up. This is the original dart from here. I don't know why I have to go ahead and do this up with my hand. Then I have to just go ahead and connect this up like this from this part up. Now that we are done connecting that part up like this, we are going to work here. Remember, like I said, the top, I'm going to have to put that up later. All right, you can make this part more like a bustier, okay? So to make it like a more bustier, this dark here, you have to increase it, okay? Just give it that curve. Or this part here, this is the bust point line. Make it to give it that fitting curve. But this one like this is already good to go because this top normally has bone into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to this point. I'm going to have to extend it up. You can do 2 inch. You can do 2.5 inch. What I'm doing here is 2.5 inch. From this part, I'm going to go up by at least 1.5 inch from the waistline. So from the 1.5 inch, you can choose to do like a U at the center. You can choose to do like a U, okay? Like a U. If you do it up like this, in the form of, it's in the form of a U, like this. You can choose to connect it up in the form of a square, which is just a straight line, and you can choose to instead go up like this, all right? Depending on what you want to achieve. So for me, I want it to be in the form of a U. And take note that this dart here, we have to extend it up here. And this part, and also this part. So when we are cutting up the back, you see that the back is very, very easy and simple to go. This is the rest of the pattern that we're going to use for the back. So for the back, it's quite very easy. So simply what I'm going to do, let me move this aside. Simply what I'm going to do, let me first of all go ahead and level it up 1 and 2. All right. This is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this part up here like this and measure up whatever I have from here to here, which is a 7.5 inch. That is what we're going to be using for the back. 7.5 inch. So I'm going to draw a straight line here like this because this part is not straight. I'll go ahead now and mark my 7.5 inch. Okay, that's how the back is going to be, 7.5 inch. I'll just roll another straight line from there. The back is very, very simple to do. All right, now that I have done doing so, we're going to put the nipple to nipple divide by 2. Remember, the nipple to nipple is 8 inch, divided by 2 is going to give me 4. Let me not make a mistake like I did before. I'm going to rule a straight line. A straight line. The dot is always different from the... Okay. Now, I'm going to go out by 3/4... No, let's do a half inch both sides. Connect it up from here to the chest. And like this. Okay, once I'm done doing so, I'm going to put 1/4 of the waist. I replace back this start allowance, which we took a half inch. 1/4 of the round bust divided by 4, which is 34 divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5. Okay, at this point we're not replacing up any that, so I'm gonna go ahead and connect it up like this. So we have the back pattern, and here this part here is the center back. So we have 3 and we have 4. 4 is always the center back. So if you can choose to slant it down, it's up to you. You can choose to leave it up straight like that. All right, so you can choose to leave this pattern like this. 1, you can choose to do it 2. So for me, I think I'm going to just have to leave it up like that. 1 piece. You can choose to do it like cut this that up, okay? And remember that I have not added any sewing allowance, making it that when I'm have to do this on my fabric, the sewing allowance must be added. This is the back, which is quite very simple. Here is the front. All right, cut up like this. Even though we're not supposed to use this, but I did use it, which is not really good. I almost forgot. When you're cutting up this dart here, if I cut it now, you realize that by the time I want to join this part, it's going to be shorter. So what I always advise you to do is at this part, before cutting it, you fold up your dart inside like this. Fold it up like this. Then you can go ahead now. You see now? You see what I just had there? Making it that I have to blend this part to meet up this part here. Blend it up. This part here is supposed to be cut like this. Alright, so I'm just going to have to fold. Because if I went ahead just to cut it up the way I was doing, it will be short stuff. Oh. And I know you will not understand me, baby. Even though. So I'm just following up, and this part here, by the time we actually put them together, you realize that it is shorter. So what we always do is just to go ahead and replace up those dart allowance. The extra inches that have been short, okay, you see now we've cut this part. You see what I'm referring to. So we've actually cut this part. Placing them up together like this automatically is being short. We bring this part up here like this, you see? That is being short. And this part is okay because when we're cutting, we did add this part up. But this part here is being short. So making it that wherever we are, I'm going to have to place this up. like this, glue it up. I have it, so that's just a technique we use. And replace back the shortage of that allowance right there. So I'm going to place them up like this, align them up, making sure that Anita, where you go? This part. You see now? Making sure that oh, Anita, what did I do? Let me go here. So I'm going to have to just place it up like this. Whatever is being short, I'm going to place the lines up. So whatever is shortest, I'm going to have to bring it up like this. From this part, I have to connect it up back to increase the shortage, because if you do it like that, it's going to be short. So from this point, I'm going to have to just go ahead, place it up like this from this point to meet up this my point here, from here like this to meet up here. You see? This way I am sure that it is going to actually meet up with the other one. Right? Just that tiny space that is being short there. That's just it, nothing. Yeah, nothing more. I didn't really glue this too well. Okay, so we have this up. Where is it? This up, so you can see it's matching up, right? The place join up, the lines up, and this other one too joins up. Sorry, I was not supposed to put this, but I did. And this part is going to come here like this, and we are ready to go. So I hope this tutorial was helpful, useful. Thank you. Hope to see you guys some other time. Bye.